Hey everyone, it's Julie. I'm doing another cooking video. I haven't done one in a really long time and I've been really motivated to start cooking. So I'm cooking breakfast today and I'm going to be making a pumpkin oatmeal recipe. I actually saw this on the show Aarti Party on Food Network and I'm switching it up a little bit because her recipe didn't sound very healthy. So what I need is oats. I'm just using old-fashioned oats. Some canned pumpkin, and it calls for regular pumpkin and not the pumpkin pie kind, so make sure it's regular pumpkin. I need ground cinnamon, ground cardamom, and ground cloves. It calls for raisins. She used golden raisins, but I don't have them and don't find any need to buy them. A little bit of salt. She used pumpkin seeds toasted that she topped hers with, but I'm going to use pecans that I've just kind of broken up, and I'm going to put them actually in while I cook. And then 2 cups of water. She used almond milk in hers, but I'm going to try it just like this and see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get my concoction started, and I'll show you. Okay, so here I am. In my pan, I've got 2 cups of water. I've got my pumpkin puree, and I used probably about a cup for this recipe. I'm making it for 2 people. And I put in about probably a 1/3 cup of raisins. The original recipe only called for like 2 tablespoons, and we really like raisins in our oatmeal. I also added my spices. Actually, I forgot my salt, so I'm going to add a quick dash of salt. What I did, the recipe calls for more than what I used for the spices. I think it's a much larger batch, and this is kind of a trial recipe. So it'll only actually get posted if it tastes good. But what I did is I put in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of both cardamom and cloves. Cardamom is a really strong flavor, and so I didn't want to overpower it, so I'm hoping that's not too much. I also put in a heaping 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to go ahead and let this warm up, and then I'll move on to my next step. So here we go. And I'm over probably medium-high heat. Okay, as you can see, my concoction has started boiling, and I have to say it smells delicious. It smells just like pumpkin pie. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cup of oats, and just cook it according to the direction on your oats. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and add my pecans right now. So you could do whatever you wanted with the nuts. I'm going to also turn the heat down a little bit. If you want to do, if you wanted to do toasted nuts, you could top it with it. That's what she did. She had pumpkin seeds that she topped it with, and she said that was just delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and just stir this up and let it cook according to my directions, which is about 5 minutes, and then I'll go from there. Alright. So everything's all done, and it kind of looks odd. If that's better lighting. I don't know. But basically it gave me quite a lot. I'm feeding my daughter and me, and they're good-sized bowls. And then I've still got plenty left over for at least 1 other big-sized bowl. So this recipe makes quite a bit, so don't be shy. I did taste it and decided it needed more of the spices. So I added in probably another teaspoon of cinnamon, and then a little dash, probably another 1/4 teaspoon, probably about another 1/8 teaspoon of both the cloves and the cardamom. And I also added in a couple dashes of nutmeg, because I really like nutmeg. So I'm going to go ahead and top it with about a teaspoon of honey to sweeten it and about a 1/2 cup of milk. So I'll let you know how it tastes. Okay, here's the end result. I've got my milk added in, a little bit of honey. I probably did about a tablespoon of honey. Oops, dropping my camera string into my oats. So I've got my daughter in my hand, my baby, and she's wiggling. It tastes pretty good. It's a little different. That's why I put a tablespoon of honey in over a teaspoon, which I said before. It really wasn't very sweet, but ultimately you can spice it up according to your spice specifications. It's quite pumpkin-y, it's quite nice, and I think it's a neat breakfast. It's a way to sneak in a pumpkin vegetable, and hopefully it's good. Sweetie, will you take a bite of yours? Take a bite of your oats, please. Eat a bite. Show everyone how you eat a bite of your oats. Is it yummy? See you later, everyone. Happy cooking. As you can see, I had plenty left over, so I think this would easily make at least 4 portions for the recipe I made. So, happy eating. Is it delicious? Show me another bite of your oats. Oh, it looks delicious. Mmm. Happy eating.